Hi guys, welcome back to Thailand. It's another hot day here on the farm, and an unfortunate chain of events have unfolded yet again, and regret to have to inform you that Rod Stewart is no longer with us. That's right guys, Rod Stewart is actually dead. But before we get onto that, we've also got some other dreadful news. Someone else has passed away, very, very dear to us, and I know she's very, very dear to a lot of you guys. So, here we go guys. That's right, Coco Chanel is no longer with us. It's the end of our farm sex robot. Gutted guys, but we've had some fun along the way. We've had our ups and downs, but generally she's been a good old girl. Right then, let's get back to the poultry enclosure and run you through what's actually happened to Rod Stewart. Now, for those of you that are new to the channel, Rod Stewart is our prize trophy, or was a prize trophy, Thai Cockerel, Thai Chicken Supreme. So what happened when we took my mum back to Bangkok from her last holiday visit here, we couldn't get our usual guy to come and take care of our place, so we got another guy that came. Now, it's a bit of a sore subject what actually happened, because the morning that we went to Bangkok, we put Snowflake in here, and the reason being, him and another cockerel were new to here. So Rod Stewart was of course the boss, and you don't want guy bands fighting each other. They are vicious things. They look nice and cuddly, but I tell you what, they're hard as nails. So we put them in this old dog cage, which does lock. Nothing wrong with the lock at all. And then another cockerel in another cage that locks. When we came back, the guy said, "Oh, your cockerels were fighting today." We thought, well, how have they been fighting? Because they're not all out. We only had Rod Stewart and Bruce and Barry. I'll just show you where they are. And they don't cause any trouble. They're soft as shite, really. There's Bruce, taking it easy as always. And there's Barry, the Welsh dragon over there, the silky. He said, no, your guy bands were fighting. So we came out here, and Rod was in the right state. Snowflake was worse. We thought Snowflake was going to die. And the cage was locked, and the bloke had said he hadn't let them out or anything like that. So it's a bit perplexing, because as clever as a chicken is, I'm pretty sure it can't unlock its cage, come out, and then lock the gate behind him, and then go and scrap with Rod Stewart. So I'm a little bit, I wouldn't say I'm perplexed, but I do have this nagging doubt in my mind that the chicken let itself out. Now, Snowflake has been in here since ICU, and he's made a full recovery. As I say, I thought Rod Stewart had caused the end of days for him. He was really battered. Now, this is quite a few weeks ago now. Rod Stewart actually looked alright, but he had a few scratches on his face. Now, unfortunately, he'd been scratched in both eyes, and his eyesight deteriorated. We did as much as we could, but cockerels around here don't go to vets. We'd put ointment on there that a lot of the guys use when they have cockerel fights. So we had to take the decision to finish him off. So we had to dispatch him. So to say I'm pissed off is a massive understatement, guys, but what can you do? A bloke said your cockerels got out and we weren't here. There's not a lot you can do about it. So I don't know, I really don't know. Toon's very sceptical as well. She said he likes to go and see cockerels fight and all that sort of thing, so you put 2 and 2 together and you end up with 3.5, don't you? I don't know. Right, on to something a little bit more cheery, guys. So many ups and downs on the farm this first year and a half. It's always a battle to try and remain upbeat, but thanks to some of you guys, that is not a problem for today's video. I've just got something very, very special to show you. Here we go. Feast your eyes upon our new poultry enclosure. This has been on our list for a good 6 months or so. The previous fence was fine as far as keeping the animals in. We have kept all the wire. The reason we liked it, it was a really nice fine mesh, so it wasn't obtrusive at all. It's just there all wound up, so that's 30 meters there, so it was nice and fine and not too bad on the eye. But one of our dogs kept on getting in there, and we thought it was just a matter of time until she had one of the ducks or chickens. Now, over 50 posts, and what is there, about 15-16 rolls of chicken wire. It's 1.5 meters high. It was a big job and a big expense. Now, we could not have done this without you guys helping out, so I'd just like to give a big thanks to our patrons, because you funded all of the labour and you made a really noticeable contribution towards all the materials. So, like I say, a really big thanks, guys. We get a lot of dogs around here from other farms and from local villages, and because we haven't got Bambi anymore, the others are bloody bunch of useless shites, our dogs, and they tend not to bother with other dogs too much. So we needed something a little bit more robust. Now you can see, this will probably cause a bit of a stir, maybe not. We've used bamboo here. It's been nailed, we drilled the post, nailed into there, and then it's our own bamboo. 2 reasons. First off, this is free. We've got loads of bamboo still left, and that should last about 2 years. We used bamboo posts before, and they've been in a year and they were still all right. So we reckon at least 2 years for these. The other thing is, this is temporary. It may be here forever, so you could say, well, that's not temporary then, but it gives us the option. What we did on our previous poultry enclosure in the village house, we would have had metal running down here along the top and the bottom, and then the chicken wire was welded to it. So that's pretty much permanent, and you'd have to cut it all off. Nothing's been cut here, so we can unravel all this, take these off, and we can even move the posts. What are you talking about, Lee? Move the posts. These aren't concreted in. Okay. Well, it's going to fall down. It's not going to fall down, guys. There's over ½ a metre that's dug into the bottom there. So why don't we want it permanent? Well, with it still being early days on the farm, well, I think it's early days, just coming up 1.5 years. We don't know the final layout of everything, and the main reason we wanted poultry here was to keep all the weeds down. Now, the ducks have done a fantastic job. We've moved over 100 ducks from here down to the fence pond where the geese are, and we've reduced the numbers here. The Scovey numbers are coming up, but mainly it's boy khaki Campbells and a few girls to keep them happy. So later on, when all this fruit orchard is established, we may have even less here. We may take the ducks out and just keep a few chickens. We may move the whole lot away from the area where we eat. I mean, it doesn't pen and ink, but maybe in the rain season it might get a bit whiffy. Of course, in the future we'll be doing farm stays and fishing and all that sort of thing, and people will be eating out here once everything's complete. So we may not want poultry too close to customers. So that gives us the option. We can move everything, and probably in the future we will have greater numbers of poultry. Well, we definitely will. So we may make a humongous poultry enclosure further away from the house, with a huge chicken or duck shed in there, or both, and then leave this free. Little bits to finish off. One thing is the gate here, and the other thing is the chicken wire. The size of the holes is a little bit big, so I'll just show you this close up. What we've been doing is, we just started to do, so that's the end there. We've been cutting about 7 or 8 inches all the way along, and let's just, and then attaching it to the bottom section, because these holes are too big for all the little guy band chicks that we got running around. We're totally free range here, so we don't want them getting out. Unfortunately, Samsey, our new little puppy, grabbed hold of a chick this morning, and that ended up in the catfish pond. So we're now busy putting this. So we're now busy putting this finer mesh around the bottom of the fence, make sure the little stuff can't get out anymore. Unfortunate chain of events, but never mind. We thought they'd stay inside with the mum, but I think they were teenagers and they were going a bit further afield. I just want to show you the ingenious hobbit door and locking mechanism. Feast your eyes upon it. Check this out. Hey, hey. All right, settle down. Hey, fantastic. Fantastic. We've still got a lot of the old poultry enclosure materials here as well, so they all need clearing out. Trump's a bit more happy these days because he's got more room. We've taken down the Muscovy area. So this had all the blue net round. We had originally set it up as an area to keep the big bullfrogs. Bullfrogs bail out. I don't know where the fuck they've gone, but they were big ones. So I think they jumped the fence and off they went. So this will be coming out as well, but looking good. So I know it looks a bit of a tip at the moment, but it's all coming out. And I will be doing a vlog about why we put our fruit trees in ties and why we're big fans of it. But all looking good. And apart from the chick getting out and the dog getting it, we're so happy that this is finally sorted. Nice and strong, nice and high. A lot of people that drive past that haven't been here before or passed here before, they would stop when we had the other fencing up, and they'd be looking at all the ducks, because when we had this stuff up, it looked like we didn't have any fence up at all, and they thought that, well, you don't like to insinuate anything, do you, too much, but it may have appeared that people of a certain type could just walk up to a duck and grab one, or just step over the fence. It was only 90 centimetres high, so it's come out and it'll be repurposed. Some of our eucalyptus are looking good now. We just want to clean everywhere around the outside, almost done along the front there. But yeah, it's coming along. Toon's down at the temple at the moment. It's Buddha Day, and of course Thai New Year just kicking into action, so the craziness is beginning. You can hear the music and the karaoke every night now, and we'll be probably having a few beers or two as well. So that's about it. Oh, I'm going to show you me mangoes. These beauties. Oh. Fucking thing. Look at these beauties. This is the first year. This is the first year that we've let our mango trees fruit properly. Prior to that, we've been taking all the flowers off. There's a guy that grows a lot of mangoes not far from us, and he said if you want the best results, don't let them fruit for, well, ideally 3 years. We left them 2 years, and look at that. But it's probably down to good watering and a lot of poo-poo from these guys. So the irrigation system now, we've got this poultry enclosure properly fenced off from the chickens. We can now extend this line of irrigation to all the other trees around here. We do still have this little duck pond here, and this is very, very important. So twice a week at least I empty this with the buckets. It's about 10 bucket loads, maybe a bit more, and that goes into all the fruit trees that are in here. And the difference between the trees this side and the trees that side is quite incredible. So they get in that side, the chicken side, they just get the muck out from the chicken enclosure, the chicken house, and underneath the quail cage, whereas here it's duck poo soup. And I know if I was a fruit tree, I'd much prefer duck poo soup than quail muck. There's a lot of things going on, that's for sure. Really good. Our guava looking good. Need to keep an eye on this. I sprayed again yesterday, but everything's looking healthy. Remember, this is the dry season, but really happy with the progress. Everything growing really well now. This was going great guns, and this happened in 2 nights, 2 evenings that happened. So I had been spraying it with my 2 different types of organic spray, one with the soap and oil, another one with the chilies and garlic. They were helping to some degree, but obviously something that doesn't affect has come in here, and it's just noshed me tree to death almost. So this has been sprayed with the stuff that we spray our palm nut trees with. So I did it late in the evening when the ducks aren't so active. They never peck this anyway, but we just felt like we had no option at all. Whereas like our little lime leaf trees, now the ducks do like eating these are just sprayed regularly with our organic mix, and they're fine, absolutely fine. Another success story. Some of you said they'd never seen people growing dragon fruit the way we do, and they've taken a while to get going, I'll be honest with you, but look at these now. Incredible plant. Still waiting for a first flower. These have been in 2 years. Don't really know too much about them, but I think that's a lovely way to grow them. We do the same with our orchids as well, and they're doing really well. So I think when we get the rains again, these are going to really take off. No one's dragon fruits are flowering at the moment, but I do need to look up on things. But we don't feed this, so really good. And we've got another one out there. It is actually growing over an orchid. I don't know whether you can see it there, but there's an orchid on there, and the dragon fruit has gone over it and above it. I don't know how I'm going to pick my fruit up there. Right, that's it guys. So once again, a really big thank you to you Patreon guys for helping out. These projects that we're getting done now, they're making a big difference to us. And I know me and Toon couldn't do a lot of the stuff without that sort of help. It's just a shame that we haven't got Pyong here. Still no update on him. We really want him back and to stay with us and work with us basically 4 or 5 days a week, but it's out of our hands at the moment, and we just got to remain hopeful that he'll be able to come back in the not too distant future, because although the guys doing this fence did a reasonable job, they are quite expensive, and the hours do mount up. So let's see what happens in the future. My bloody GoPro's packing up again. Never mind. If you fancy checking out Toon's Patreon site that was set up, I'll leave a link in the description below, and you can have a look on there and you can follow us. You don't have to actually join Patreon and give money, guys. You can just go on there and follow us and keep abreast of the projects that are ongoing. I think it's quite nice how we've set it up to employ local people when the funds are available. So get on there, and then you can see the difference that the guys are making that have already joined us, and all being well, it'll enable us to sponsor Pyong and work for us full time. He'd actually be staying here with us, so that would be a dream come true. Because I'll be honest, Toon and I are really struggling at the moment. I know it's the heat, a lot to do with the heat as well, but these jobs are just too big for us, and the extra help is really appreciated. Oh, that's a piss poor effort of a mango. Right, so it's bye-bye from me, and bye-bye from them, and we'll see you soon. Ta-ra for now. Hopefully we've done you proud, guys.